Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. It's a new week, and this one is personal because Pinot Noir is the grape I come back to more than any other. We spent a week in Burgundy, where Pinot Noir reaches heights that no other region has fully replicated. We've talked about it in the context of Oregon during the Grand Tour, and this week we're dedicating 5 full days to exploring what happens when this extraordinary grape travels to Oregon, to California, to New Zealand, to South America, and beyond. The question we're going to answer all week is this: can New World Pinot Noir be as good as a Burgundy? And the honest answer, which we'll build towards all week, is sometimes yes, sometimes no, but always fascinating. So first, why is this conversation happening now more than ever? The answer is a combination of 3 things. Better vineyard selection. Early New World producers planted Pinot Noir in 2 warm sites because they didn't yet understand how site-sensitive this grape is. Best producers today have spent decades finding the right places. And cool climate coastal sites, high elevation slopes, valleys with cold marine influence that let Pinot Noir express real complexity rather than just ripe fruit. Better clonal material. Pinot Noir is one of the most genetically unstable grapes in the world, producing hundreds of distinct clonal variations. Access to the great Burgundian clones, Dijon clones 113, 114, 115, 667, and 777 has transformed what New World producers can achieve. And better winemaking, a generation of winemakers who trained in Burgundy and came home to apply what they learned. The result is a category that has never been more exciting, more diverse, or better value relative to what equivalent quality costs in Burgundy. Let me give you the geographic framework for the week. So on Tuesday, we'll go to Oregon, specifically the Willamette Valley and Eola Amity Hills, which is producing what many consider the most Burgundian Pinot Noir outside of France. On Wednesday, we'll go to California, where 4 distinct coastal subregions, Russian River Valley, Sonoma Coast, Santa Barbara, and Santa Cruz Mountains, produce wildly different expressions of the grape. On Thursday, we go to New Zealand, where the extreme southern latitude of central Otago and the cool maritime climate of Marlborough produce Pinot Noir of striking intensity and character. And on Friday, we'll go to South America, specifically Chile and Patagonia, and the Biobío Valley, plus a brief look at what Australia and South Africa are doing with the grape. Before we get there, I wanted to lay out the key principles that define the Great New World Pinot Noir, because they're the same regardless of the region. Site above everything, Pinot Noir is more responsive to where it's grown than almost any other grape. The wrong sites produce a thin, watery wine or a jammy, overripe one. The right sites produces something with genuine complexity and a sense of place. Cool climate. Pinot Noir needs a long, cool growing season to develop its characteristic aromatics, such as the rose petals, the red cherry, the forest floor, without losing its essential freshness and acidity. Too warm and you get a jam. Too cold and you get green, underripe wine. The Great New World regions have found that sweet spot. Restraint in the cellar, the best New World Pinot producers have moved decisively away from the over-extracted, heavily oaked style that dominated the 1990s. Today the goal is transparency, letting the vineyard speak through winemaking that gets out of the way. And a word on what makes New World Pinot Noir genuinely different from Burgundy, even at its best. New World wines tend to be more immediately expressive, more generous fruit on the nose, more approachable in their youth. Burgundy tends toward more restraint, more earth, and more mineral character. More development needed in the bottle. Neither is better. They are different conversations with the same grape. A great Oregon Pinot at 5 years can be magnificent, and a great Burgundy at 5 years is often still closed. Understanding the difference will help you decide which one to reach for on any given evening. So here's the practical takeaway from today. When you're buying New World Pinot Noir, the 2 questions to ask are where within a region the grapes come from, because sub-appellation matters enormously, and who made it, because producer track record is an even stronger signal of quality than in almost any other category. A great Pinot Noir producer with access to great fruit is your most reliable path to something extraordinary. Tomorrow we'll dive into Oregon, the region that has done more than anywhere else to prove that Pinot Noir belongs in the New World conversation at the very highest level. You won't want to miss it. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes today. See you tomorrow for your next decant.